Hey, what's up guys? This is King Vox and I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite MMORPGs of all time. Now, some of you guys are too young to even have heard of these games before, and some of the older guys or whatever, you guys probably never even heard of some of these games yourself. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This game is called Deckeron 2 Moons. And this game was a game that I played, man, for years. Literally for years. And it's kind of like an open world Diablo. It's kind of like, it's the game that I was referencing in Black Desert Online when I said about the Savage Rift system. This game is purely about PvP. You grind mobs just like Black Desert. This is pretty much like a Black Desert old school, and you level up your gear and all that stuff, and man, it was a real ball to play. I played it for I think like 4 years or so. Actually, when it first came out, it was called 2 Moons, and then 2 Moons shut down because it wasn't doing too well, and it became Deckeron. So then most people call it Deckeron 2 Moons, but I just call it Deckeron. And Deckeron was pretty much the global server of the game. And even to this day, the game is still alive and still getting updates, which is pretty crazy. But it's very old school and it's hardcore as well. Max level is like 200, man. It would take people, I think the first person that got to 200, it took him like 6 months or something of grinding, literally like 18 hours a day, something crazy like that. Let's get on to the next story, guys. All right, so let's talk about Ion. Ion is one of my babies, man. I played the brakes off of this game. If anyone doesn't know what Ion is also a Asian PvP grind game, but it does have some PvE elements, which is really dope. But man, the PvP in Ion, so you had 2 different factions. You could, in each faction area, you know, it was kind of segregated. So like, I couldn't just go to the other faction area and do their quests and stuff like that. No, it was a complete real faction war, and whatever side you were on, that's what side you were on. When you went to the other side, you know, the other factions area, you went there to PvP them. And I'm telling you, the PvP in this game, even to this day, is some of the best PvP that I've ever experienced as far as open world is concerned. The gear doing your gear and leveling just became super hard again, kind of like how it was in vanilla Ion before all the, like, you know, expansions and everything. This game is still thriving today, probably still has like 40 to 50 people in the starter area, in every starter area. I don't know how it stays so populated. It also has a bunch of private servers that are just ridiculously populated. Oh man, this game has just been a big part of my life, like literally. I think I played this game for about 5 years or something like that, so I definitely have a soft spot for it. Let's get on to the next game. Alright guys, so now we have Black Desert. Yes, Black Desert made it into my top 10, and my top 10 isn't in any particular order, so don't worry guys, don't worry. But Black Desert had to make it there, man, because Black Desert has literally given me hope back for MMORPGs, because for a while there we were kind of stuck. There was no other game besides, you know, Blizzard games or whatever that was pushing the envelope and adding something new. And the combat mechanics in Black Desert and how fun all their classes are and the beautiful graphics have really made me so excited, because other developers can look at that and be like, okay, so Black Desert right now is set in a mechanic bar for multiple games, and just saying, hey guys, you know, if you guys want to survive in this area, you guys are going to have to evolve. So every new MMORPG that comes out has to have fluent combat. There's no excuses anymore. And that's one reason why I really love Black Desert. Not to even not to even step on some of the cool features of their life skilling and professions. I mean, they've done it just about like no other game's done it. And I mean, yes, we've seen this stuff in other games before or whatever, but they kind of put their own twist on it, and I think it's very beautiful. It's the first time we've seen these features, you know, inside of an MMORPG so fluently, and you know, I just got to give praise for that. So yeah, here you guys go, Black Desert. It's an amazing PvP guild battle game or something like that. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Next game. Oh man, here we go. This is Phantasy Star Online. Now, I first found this game when it was Phantasy Star episode 1 and 2 for the Xbox. It came out in 2002. Let me tell you guys, I played this game. I had no clue there was games out there that even allowed you to keep a single character. Mind you, you know, all the games I played in the past, they were like arcade type games, you know, Super Smash Bros, you know, 007. There were shooters and stuff like that. So I had no idea what a MMO or RPG or anything like that was. So this was kind of my first, like, this was literally like my first, you know, taste of the drug called MMORPG, and ever since I've been just completely hooked. I just can't stop. So this is one of the reasons right here why I've played just about every MMORPG on the market. Like, man, I'm telling you guys, this game was a beautiful game, and matter of fact, it has some sequels out right now that are still beautiful games. Okay, wait guys, just wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen guys, listen. Okay, RuneScape deserves a spot in my top 10. RuneScape is a game that gets, you know, blew me away. You know, I used to fish on RuneScape for hours and hours every day, and I barely did any combat, but I do remember training or whatever just so I can go and do stuff with some other buddies of mine. And that was pretty much the only time I've ever left like the docks and stuff like that, because I literally, you know, fished all day on RuneScape when I was a kid. Like, I loved to fish on RuneScape, and RuneScape kind of like sparked this whole, you know, thing with me where when I would go to new MMOs and stuff like that, I would look for their fishing mechanic and I would dissect it and be like, I don't like this, or I like this, or whatever, you know. But RuneScape was kind of like the back of the day, the coolish little AFK fishing thing you can do. You could watch like anything. You watch all types of YouTube videos and stuff like that. And normally I was watching videos about my other games and stuff while I was playing it. So I can't say that I've, like, you know, did every achievement in RuneScape and stuff like that, whatever, but I've done enough. And also, I actually got rich in RuneScape fishing, and that's literally how I made my money. And later on, I got to the point where I was running 2 RuneScape accounts fishing at the same time, and it was just easy. And see, like this picture right here, I'm on the dock, and this is all I did every day. I just fished, and I just, you know, to this day I still love RuneScape for that. And every once in a while I think, hey, I should go back and fish on RuneScape. Raffle. Next game, guys. So here's another game that got shut down that I really love, and it's called Tabula Rasa. And this game got shut down over some type of legal dispute thing, but I swear, if they didn't go through whatever trouble they went through, this game would still be alive today, or even have a sequel to this game or whatever out. And man, this game was probably one of the first, you know, games that made me feel like it was a real Earth invasion. Like, it really made you feel like you were in war. And I know that sounds silly because it's a video game, but sometimes you would be at bases, you know, fighting, and, you know, backup for the aliens would come, and you would literally be stuck there 40 minutes to an hour, you know. And it was just crazy, and your friends knew. Like, you would get to a point when you'd be like, hey guys, this base is gonna get taken over, I really need help, and your friends would be running there from like somewhere else or whatever, and it would take them about 20 minutes to get to where you're at. And when y'all got there, y'all sat there and y'all fought, and sometimes, you know, the battle is scaled based on how many people are there. If you guys ever played Rift, it was like a better, smoother version of the Rift invasions. I'm telling you guys, they did it right. It was so beautiful. Like, sometimes it would just make you feel like you were actually in the game and you were actually in war, and you know, it was wonderful, and it was a very beautiful game at the time. Now the graphics are obviously a bit dated or whatever, but this is one of the first great MMORPG shooters that I've ever played. And I actually, when Defiance came out, I actually jumped all over Defiance and stuff because I thought Defiance was kind of going to be the same. Defiance was nothing like this game. Man, this game was definitely a gem, and I was really sorry to see it go. And that's all I really want to say about it, man. It's just sad that it went, you know. So guys, here we have Moo Online. Now this game came out a long time ago, I think like 2002 or something like that. I actually kind of stopped playing RuneScape when this game came out, and I think even when World of Warcraft came out and stuff like that, I was still playing this game. And it's funny because I never really played retail too much, but I played a lot of private servers just for this one feature called Rebirth. Now they had Rebirth on the original servers, but it wasn't as fun as the private server versions. Obviously, max level in this game was, depending on the server or whatever, anywhere from 200 to 400. And I love going on max level 400 private servers and rebirthing for infinite power. Now rebirthing on a private server pretty much mean that, you know, once you hit max level, you rebirth, you pay a certain amount of currency or whatever if you farmed enough currency. So it wasn't just like you could just rebirth for free. You would pay a certain amount of currency, not real life money, but in-game money, and you would rebirth to level 1, but you would still have all of your stats. Now mind you, you couldn't equip the gear if the gear was high level, but you would still have absurd crazy stats, and each time you rebirth, you would be able to level faster and faster and faster, because essentially you're doubling your power. And I just really love that. And you know, PvPing in this game, you just run up on some people, and it really gets to a point where it's pretty much whoever attacks first wins, you know. But back then we didn't care, you know what I mean? I would go there with a really cheating character with some AoEs and wipe out about 40 people, and just take their leveling spot because they couldn't even come in the door because I would AoE them down. So I definitely had a lot of fun in this game, and this game is still up today. I don't know why, but like, it's still up today. And like I said, I probably will never play the retail version of this game, but I will play the new one that's coming out called Moo Legends. And I was really excited when I saw that, and I downloaded and tried to get on the beta and everything like that. I wasn't able to, sadly. I guess I'm not a big enough YouTuber yet or whatever to pull that type of clout, you know, but it is what it is. Let's go on to the next game. So guys, of course, last but not least, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has been a big staple in the MMORPG world since it came out. It's raids bars, you know, it was probably one of the last games that were made with absolute passion and such quality, you know what I mean? If you guys never play World of Warcraft, guys, please don't bandwagon off what your friends say, like, you know, all those people like, oh, World of Warcraft sucks and stuff like that. Go play it and experience it for yourself, unbiased. Like, go log on and just play the game and have fun. This is probably one of the most well put together games that's ever been put together, ever. And I do mean that. As far as quality, you know, I don't know how they did it, you know, but man, let me tell you guys, this game has been a game that's been setting quality standards for me since forever, since it came out. After you play World of Warcraft, you can't really, you know, play other games without, you know, dissecting it and stuff like that. And that may be a bad thing for some of you guys, but you have to understand, this world is a complete immersive world. Is just ever ending, involving every 3 months there's a big patch. Like, Blizzard just knows how to do it, and that's why this is up here. You know what I mean? If only game developers make games that they truly believe in their heart that they want to build, and not just purely focus on money. When a game is subscription based, that game is literally, the developers don't have to do anything except for focus on the actual game. You know, when a game is not subscription based, they have to focus on, oh, how are we going to make something that's going to make the company more money? Subscriptions for gaming was never a bad thing. It was a beautiful thing. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that, and it's sad. Alright everybody, this has been King Vox. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys really love the video, and I'll make more videos like this in the future depending on how well this video does. Make sure to comment down below some of your favorite video games that you've ever played. You know, it doesn't have to be an MMORPG or whatever. This is just a topic, but you know, let me know down in the comment sections below. Peace out, guys.